Hi guys, and welcome back to my art channel. Today's video I'm going to be working on this portrait painting in watercolour, and yeah, it's one of the things I'm trying to improve on, my watercolour portraits. Usually I use charcoal, or lately my tablet and Procreate to paint portraits, so yeah, it's a bit harder in watercolour because it just adds another level of difficulty to something that is already fairly difficult. I hope you enjoy my painting process, and thank you for watching. So as you can see, I've already sketched out my drawing, and here I am popping in some colours in the background. I haven't pre-wetted the page, just kind of using a very watered down mixture and working rather quickly, so that I have covered the whole page in a short space of time, and then popping in some more colours as I go. And with that done, I start drawing in my foreground and the top that the girl is wearing. It's a very nice brown orange type of colour. And then I go over to the face. Painting skin, at least with watercolour, is, well, no, painting skin in general isn't very easy. So I started very light, and then I'm back to painting the jumper. Using my little pocket set of paints for this. It's a rowney set, I think, and I've just replaced the blue because I ran out of that first, the ultramarine blue. And I think I'm using some burnt sienna, some ultramarine blue and some red to mix the skin colour, and just slowly darkening areas, adding in some shadows under the chin. And slowly darkening some areas on the jumper, trying to add some shadows. Found it fairly hard to get the texture of the jumper right. I think mostly I just used pure burnt sienna for this colour. And I'm using I think it's my middle silver black velvet brush, number 8, or was it even the largest one, which would be a number 10. They come to a very fine point, which means you can use them, well, they're very versatile. You can use them for a fine line and for larger areas. And I'm starting on the hair. Mostly I'm just using the same colors for everything in different proportions. Here I used a lot more blue and less burnt sienna to make kind of a very dark brown, nearly black for the dark strands of hair, and going in between that with some lighter watered down brown. That's what makes the picture look cohesive if you use a limited palette. And yeah, you can usually mix a lot of colours with just a few, and everything looks like it belongs together then. Adding in some more strands of hair. I'm not drawing in every single strand of hair. It's more in kind of in clumps, in groups.
This way of painting here makes it a lot more enjoyable. Okay, I think I didn't lose some footage. I forgot to film for a little bit here. And I think mostly I just painted in the eyes and a bit of the lips. But unfortunately that little bit made a lot of difference to the painting. So it's a pity I didn't film that. For the lips I used a little bit of a more reddish tone, but still very light, and just painted very lightly in the outlines of the teeth, and a kind of a greyish tone for the eyes, greyish brown. Here I'm adding some more contrast to the necklace, which didn't unfortunately turn out so nice, but I'm fairly happy with the rest of the painting, to be honest. I like the colours of this. As watercolour dries much lighter, you have to, well, that's not the only reason, but I just kind of build up my colour and add another layer and another layer until I have the colour intensity that I'm looking for. So you can always get it darker, but it's harder to get it lighter again. Of course, you can lift a bit of colour, but this way it's easier. Darkening the eyes a bit more. I wouldn't say the portrait turned out exactly as the reference photo, which by the way I got from the website Unsplash. The shape of the face isn't exactly accurate, but as it's not somebody I know, I guess who's to notice. And I think the skin tone should have been a bit more, well, a bit darker and a bit more goldy, but I probably wasn't brave enough to go a lot darker. It's just so hard to mess up the skin. And as I said, the paint always dries lighter, so first you thought you've got it, and then you notice it's lighter than you had anticipated. I think I just at some stage I thought, oh sure, it looks good enough. Drawing in some shadows around the eyes and under the fringe in the forehead. Drawing young people or young women can be slightly difficult to get a resemblance without making them look very old, because we do all have lines in our face, but just drawing them in or to emphasize them too much will just make people look a bit older than they are meant to. Glazing on some more colour on the hair, some more brown. Oh, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed my painting, and please give me a thumbs up and possibly subscribe. Thank you so much, and see you again soon